Hi, I'm Peter Haddock. I'm here at Digital Construction Week with James from Multivista. James, we are talking about how the industry is moving forward and how clash detection and costs and everything else can be monitored. But you've explained to me earlier how one valve in the wrong way can cause huge issues on the job site if it's not picked up. So what do we see here, James?
Yeah, great. So I'm here with Hexagon Construction Analytics Portal.
Yep.
So essentially that's dealing with our deviation analysis. So what that done was on that particular project, there was a huge bit of plant that was being installed and it was manufactured off-site. This bit of plant come to site and exactly as you said, the valves that were meant to be coming off of that completely installed the wrong way round.
Oh my
We
goodness.
picked that up by laser scanning it, creating a point cloud, pushing that through the Construction Analytics portal, which is where it compares the point cloud data to your design Revit model and tells you where essentially things have deviated, and then we can go to the next level and tell you where things have clashed as well if needs be. But that particular example, exactly that, one bit of plant, valves were installed the wrong way round. They then got in touch with the factory that were building that bit of plant. They had 4 more to deliver to that site. Thankfully, they got in there just in the nick of time to get those adjusted so that when they turn up to site for the next bits, they were built the right way round.
No rework, no issues there, folks. Saving massively on program time because the install of that was in the program. That can't be installed properly. Right, so that's one critical thing. Also, what we've got here is you're saying you're marrying data sets. That's
Big
really
one.
important, isn't it? And how they merge together. How simple is it?
It's online. It's just Chrome. Literally, if you've got an internet access, you've got access to the portal, and it's so simple to use. I mean, everyone gets kind of a bit nervy around Revit and dealing with a model, big data sets, heavy data sets. It's online based. There's no need for a fancy software, nothing taking up usage on your computer other than an internet access. I mean, you can see in the video here, it's all online based.
Fantastic. So what we can do is get access to the people that matter on the job site and also the progress reports as well. So we've talked about that. We're talking about the cost element as well, because as projects go further on, people need to see things are installed and they need to get paid as well, don't they? So tell me about how that works.
So it can verify how % complete each trade is. And then likewise, obviously, if they're issuing a payment application to say we are X% complete on our trade, you can very quickly and easily verify that through the data and say we can see, fair enough, you are X% complete. Or from contractor's perspective, go back to their supply chain and say, actually, are you? And we've got the data here to back that up. Simply, it comes in a photo form tied to a floor plan. And then on top of that, you've got an AI piece which runs over the top, which tells you, takes in their program and the Revit model into account, and then says, well, actually, you're actually X% complete. And we're using the photos to compare that essentially. So again, they can make sure that their trades are staying on program. And if they're starting to slip, have conversations early and start to bring them back to program and how they're going to do that, as opposed to waiting for it to become a major issue and then trying to claw that cash back essentially.
So that's another element. But you talked about scanning and stuff like that, but also you can add pictures. So the visual scan, sometimes people want to, well, what does it look like?
Exactly, and it's, so there's 2 different use cases. You've got 360 photo, which is just using a 360 camera, or you've got point cloud data, which is the laser scan data. So for the deviation, your laser scans there. For your progress reporting, just giving you % completed complete. That's where you use the 360 photos compared to the program essentially. So all bolted up within one platform, delivered online, usable for everyone within a project essentially. Very simple.
And this is actually quite new, isn't it?
Relatively
to the UK market.
Relatively so, So this has probably been going now for about 1.5 to 2 years. We've got clients that are starting to trial it and starting to use it. And I've already mentioned one example where they're starting to reap the benefits. And it's like most things, I suppose, once they start to see it and start to use it, they'll keep clawing it out onto projects. And hopefully it carries on going the way it's going, exactly.
But folks, what happens if there is a clash and then somebody else has got to do the next bit of something else?
Great question. So exactly that. So we mentioned about the deviation, which is fantastic, but we're then going the next level on top of that. Certain things can deviate, which then cause a knock-on effect for follow-on trades, which ultimately, again, causes your program delays. But what we're doing is before that becomes an issue on site, we're saying, well, because this piece is deviated, and you can see it working here, these pipes in red, they're going to clash with that deviated bit of equipment. So you can then very early on have your design meetings to say, how are we going to get around this? Sit with your structures team, what do we need to change?
Yeah.
All before it becomes a major issue on site with supply chains and leading to maybe more money on ripping things out and putting things back, just reworking itself, or whether you've then got to get new bits of plant because you need to remove things or rearrange stuff. So ultimately, all again leading to that cash back in your pocket, ultimately, on the project.
Absolutely.
And keeping it on program.
And it's all about visualization. It's not just about the surveying things, it's also about pictures that can be added as well, isn't it, James?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the report was showing it there. It's a visual aspect as well. A lot of what we do, people talk about, everyone wants to see what it is you actually mean. So having a visual aspect online that you can just load up in a meeting and say, this is what we mean, this is how it looks, this is how we need to get around that. It's all there to see, essentially, really simple.
So we've got it all there, folks. We've got the ability to see where we are, the ability to get paid to say what we've done the work, the clash detections and the immediate sort of visualization that says something is wrong, fix it now before it's too late. And they're great examples as well. So fantastic to see how we can take the data with all the scanning and stuff like here at Digital Construction Week, cross-platform work with different things, then just go onto Google, Chrome, and see it all happening just like it is here, folks. Great to see you. Cheers.
Likewise. Cheers, Peter.